India's next air defense revolution is not a missile? What if India's next air defense revolution is not another missile? What if it is a network that can see an incoming threat, understand what it is, predict where it is going, decide how dangerous it is, and recommend the right weapon to destroy it, all within seconds? That is the larger strategic question behind Mission Sudarshan Chakra.
Before we move forward, please like and subscribe to Strategic Vanguard, and please share our videos to be updated with the latest news, reviews, and expert analysis from the world of defense and strategic affairs.
India has officially described Sudarshan Chakra as a future multi-level missile defense system designed to create a powerful national security shield. But the real significance of such a system goes far beyond the missiles themselves. A modern air defense network has to deal with aircraft, cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, drones, swarms, decoys, electronic warfare, and increasingly sophisticated attacks arriving simultaneously. The challenge is therefore no longer simply destroying the incoming target. It is understanding the battle space faster than the adversary. And India already has an important foundation for doing that. It is called IACCS, the Integrated Air Command and Control System. IACCS is the nervous system of India's network-centric air defense architecture. It connects information from multiple sensors and air defense assets and creates a common operational picture for commanders. A radar may be the eye, a missile battery may be the weapon, a fighter may be another weapon, but the command and control network is what allows these individual components to operate as part of a larger system. This is why IACCS provides such an important link to Sudarshan Chakra. India does not have to build a national air defense network from nothing. It already has a foundation. The next step is to make that network broader, faster, more resilient, and increasingly intelligent. Because the modern air defense problem is becoming an information problem. Imagine a radar detecting an object while an airborne sensor reports another contact. Electronic intelligence detects unusual activity. A satellite provides additional information. Fighter aircraft report yet more tracks. Some contacts are genuine threats. Some may be decoys. Others may be friendly aircraft. A human commander cannot manually process every piece of information at the speed required during a major attack. This is where artificial intelligence could change the game. AI can potentially fuse information from multiple sensors, identify patterns, assist target classification, predict trajectories, and prioritize threats. Instead of presenting a commander with hundreds of raw tracks, an intelligent system could increasingly present a prioritized picture. These are the most dangerous threats. These are probable decoys. These are their predicted trajectories, and these are the available engagement options. That is not about replacing the human commander. It is about giving the human commander decision superiority. And decision superiority may become more important than the range of any individual missile. Consider the drone problem. An adversary can potentially launch hundreds of relatively inexpensive drones against a defender armed with extremely expensive interceptors. If India uses its most sophisticated missile against every low-cost target, it could win individual engagements while losing the economic battle. A future intelligent air defense architecture therefore has to match the weapon to the threat. A drone might be handled by electronic warfare, guns, a short-range interceptor, or a directed energy system. A more dangerous target may require a medium or long-range missile. A ballistic missile or high-value aircraft may justify India's most capable interceptor. The network must therefore answer a much more sophisticated question than simply, can we destroy this target? It must ask, what is the most effective weapon to use against this threat while preserving the rest of the defensive system for what comes next? That is where AI, advanced computing, and network-centric warfare converge, and the threat environment is becoming even more complicated. Cruise missiles can fly at low altitude. Ballistic missiles compress reaction time. Hypersonic weapons introduce extraordinary speed and maneuverability. Electronic warfare can attempt to blind or deceive sensors. Cyber attacks can target the communications architecture itself. The future air defense battle will therefore be fought simultaneously in physical space, cyberspace, and the electromagnetic spectrum. The defender has to know not only what the enemy is doing, but whether the enemy is deliberately trying to manipulate what the defender believes is happening. This makes resilience just as important as intelligence. A sophisticated air defense network must have secure communications, redundancy, multiple sensors, and multiple paths for information to travel. If one node is disrupted, the system should continue functioning. And this brings us to the most futuristic part of the story: quantum technology. We should be careful here. India has not announced that Mission Sudarshan Chakra is currently powered by a quantum computing network. That would go beyond the available evidence. But India is developing quantum computing, quantum communication, and quantum sensing through its national quantum mission. The future military relevance could be significant. Quantum computing may eventually contribute to specialized optimization and simulation problems. Quantum sensing could provide new forms of highly sensitive detection. Quantum communication could strengthen secure networks, while post-quantum cryptography will become increasingly important as quantum computing matures. The important point is that quantum technology would not replace conventional computers, radars, or missiles. It would become another specialized layer within a much larger architecture. The future could therefore look something like this. Sensors detect, networks connect, AI interprets, advanced computing processes, command systems prioritize, weapons engage, and secure communications keep the architecture alive even under attack. That is far more powerful than simply adding another missile battery. It is also why the future of Indian air defense cannot be measured only by counting missiles. The real question is how effectively those missiles, radars, aircraft, satellites, electronic warfare systems, and command centers can work together. This is the transition from platform-centric warfare to network-centric warfare, and eventually toward decision-centric warfare. The side that sees first has an advantage. The side that understands first has a greater advantage. The side that decides first can potentially determine the engagement before the adversary can react. That is decision superiority. And this is where Mission Sudarshan Chakra becomes strategically fascinating. Its ultimate architecture is still evolving. Much of the future integration between AI, advanced computing, and quantum technologies remains a possibility rather than an established operational reality. But India is already developing many of the building blocks. IACCS provides a critical command and control foundation. Akashtir is extending automated air defense networking at the tactical level. India is developing layered missile defense capabilities. Its AI ecosystem is expanding. Its space and surveillance capabilities are becoming increasingly important. And its national quantum mission is creating an indigenous technological base for the next generation of computing, sensing, and secure communications. The strategic challenge now is integration, because a radar alone is powerful, a missile alone is powerful, a fighter alone is powerful. But connect them, and their combined value can become much greater than the sum of the individual systems. That is the real promise of Sudarshan Chakra. The most important weapon in India's future air defense may not be Akash, MRSAM, or S-400. It may be the architecture deciding which weapon should fire, against which target, at what moment, and with what degree of confidence. For decades, military power was measured through platforms. How many fighters? How many missiles? How many ships? But future warfare may increasingly be decided by networks, algorithms, and decision cycles. The eyes will be the sensors. The nervous system will be the command network. The brain will increasingly be artificial intelligence. Advanced computing will provide the processing power. Quantum technologies may eventually strengthen selected parts of the architecture, and the weapons will deliver the final response. The objective is simple: see first, understand first, decide first, strike precisely. That is decision superiority. And in the wars of the future, decision superiority may be the most important layer of air defense. This is Strategic Vanguard, and this is the emerging future of India's air defense architecture. If you found this analysis valuable, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Strategic Vanguard. You can also follow us across platforms. We're on YouTube, Rumble, and Odyssey, so you never miss our strategic insights. Prefer audio? Tune in on Spotify and Amazon Music, and take Strategic Vanguard with you wherever you go. For deeper, structured analysis, visit strategicvanguard.com/analysis and stay updated with our latest news and views at strategicvanguard.com. Strategic thinking begins with informed perspectives. Stay with Strategic Vanguard.